Little Learner Lab.
Hello, little learners. Globe, today we're going on an exciting adventure around the world. We're going to learn about the 7 continents of our amazing planet Earth. A continent is a very large piece of land, and each one is special in its own way. Are you ready? Let's get started. Our first stop is Asia. Globe, Asia is the largest continent in the world. That means it's the biggest in size and has the most people living there. Asia is home to many different countries, like China, India, Japan, and more. Did you know that the highest mountain in the world, Mount Everest, is in Asia? It's so tall that it reaches the clouds. Snow-capped mountain Asia is also full of amazing places like the Great Wall of China, which is so long you can see it from space. And if you love cities, Asia has some of the busiest ones, like Tokyo and Beijing. People in Asia speak many different languages and follow different traditions, making it a very colorful and exciting place. Next, let's journey to Africa. Lion Africa is the second largest continent, and it's famous for its incredible wildlife. Have you ever seen pictures of lions, elephants, or giraffes? They all live in Africa. Africa is also where you'll find the Nile River, the longest river in the world. It flows through many countries and has been important to people for thousands of years. Wave! And let's not forget about the ancient pyramids in Egypt. These giant stone structures were built a long, long time ago, and they still amaze people today. Africa is full of different cultures and languages too. You can visit vibrant markets, listen to traditional music, and see beautiful clothing and art. It's a continent full of life and history. Now we're heading to North America. Statue of Liberty North America is made up of countries like the United States, Canada, and Mexico. This continent has so many different landscapes and climates. In the United States, you can visit the Grand Canyon, a huge and beautiful canyon, carved by a river over millions of years. Sunrise. In Canada, there are vast forests and snowy mountains where you can see animals like bears and moose. And in Mexico, you can explore ancient pyramids built by the Maya and Aztec civilizations. North America is also home to some of the biggest cities in the world, like New York City, where you'll find the Statue of Liberty, a symbol of freedom and welcome. Whether you love nature, history, or cities, North America has something for everyone. Let's fly down to South America. Shedding Tree, South America is a continent full of wonders. One of the most famous places here is the Amazon rainforest, the largest rainforest in the world. It's so big and full of life that it's often called the lungs of the earth because it produces so much oxygen. The rainforest is home to countless animals and plants, some that you can't find anywhere else. South America is also where you'll find the Andes Mountains, the longest mountain range in the world. These mountains are so tall that some peaks are always covered in snow. Snow-capped mountain. And if you visit Brazil, you can see the giant Christ the Redeemer statue in Rio de Janeiro, which watches over the city from a high hill. South America is also famous for its lively festivals, colorful costumes, and delicious food. It's a place full of energy and culture where every day feels like a celebration. We've arrived in Antarctica. Snowflake Antarctica is the coldest and most remote continent on Earth. It's covered almost entirely in ice, and during winter, it's dark all day and night. Not many people live here, but it's home to some amazing animals, like penguins, seals, and whales. Penguin. Antarctica doesn't have cities or towns like the other continents. Instead, scientists from all over the world come here to study the ice, the weather, and the unique wildlife. They live in special research stations where they work to learn more about our planet. Even though it's a very cold and harsh place, Antarctica is one of the most important continents because it helps us understand the Earth's climate and environment. Now we're in Europe. Castle Europe may not be the biggest continent, but it's full of history and culture. Here you'll find famous landmarks like the Eiffel Tower in France, which lights up the night sky in Paris, and the Colosseum in Italy, where gladiators once fought in ancient times. Europe is made up of many countries, each with its own unique traditions, languages, and foods. You can visit beautiful castles, stroll through charming villages, and see incredible works of art in museums. Paint palette. Europe played a big role in history, from the Renaissance, a time of great art and learning, to the Industrial Revolution, when new machines and inventions changed the world. It's a continent where the past meets the present in a very special way. Our final stop is Australia. Koala Australia is the smallest continent, but it's full of surprises. It's famous for its unique animals, like kangaroos, koalas, and the platypus, which you can't find anywhere else in the wild. Australia is also home to the Great Barrier Reef, the largest coral reef system in the world. It's like an underwater city full of colorful fish and coral. Tropical fish on land. You can visit the outback, a vast desert area where you might see red rocks and amazing sunsets. In the cities, you can see the famous Sydney Opera House, with its unique shape that looks like giant sails on the water. Australia is a land of adventure, with beautiful beaches, wild landscapes, and friendly people. Wow! What an incredible journey around the world. Globe. We've seen mountains, rivers, rainforests, deserts, and icy lands. Each continent is special and has its own wonders to discover. Remember, our planet is full of amazing places, and there's always more to learn and explore. Thanks for joining us on this adventure, little learners. See you next time.